Morning. How's everyone's break?
Good.
Pretty good. So no Anthony yet, no Alicia, Brittany, Tamario. All right, while we're waiting for everyone, if you remember, we are working on that transformation animation project when we left. So on that Tuesday, when we were last here, you were working on building that first slide. So I want you to go ahead and open that first slide, please. So make sure you have that pulled up on your screen. Does anyone need more time to get that stuff pulled up? All right, so today, I'm gonna show you how to start animating. Okay, so that's what we're gonna talk about today is how you're gonna start animating everything. So I'm gonna share my screen here. There we go. All right, so here's my Mario. And I made sure when I started him out, let me zoom in. when I started him out, I decided what point I was going to follow. So I think I'm following the bottom of his boot is what I decided. Okay, so I'm going to follow the bottom of his boot, and I'm going to place his boot so that that point that I'm following is right on a grid line, which I feel like some of you already did that part. Okay, so now here's the trick to doing this. You want to try to use some shortcuts on your keyboard versus having to click everything, because it's going to be a little bit faster. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select my slide on the left. I'm going to press Control D, as in dog, Control D. What it does is it duplicates that original slide. Okay, now I'm on slide 2 now, but I need to make Mario move. So I'm going to use my arrow keys to move him up and over. So he's, right now, my plan is that he's going to jump up to that pipe. Okay, so I moved him up and over, because when you're jumping and if he's running forward, he's gonna go in the air and move forward at the same time, right? Now notice, I want to make sure that that boot ends up at a grid line again. Okay, now your arrows do big jumps. Your arrows do big jumps. Oops. If you need to just nudge it a teeny tiny bit, if you hold down your shift key and use your arrow, it moves teeny tiny bits. Okay, so that helps if you're trying to get it exactly where you want it. Okay, so he went from here to here. So now you'll notice if I click back and forth, he did move, right? Oh, I goofed up when I duplicated it. Hold on, I was playing around too much. What is going on here? There we go. Let me move him the way I was supposed to. All right, so now you can see if I flip-flop back and forth between my first one and my second one, he's moving, right? All right, now, what we want to do, well, let me show you a couple more steps, and then we also have a spreadsheet we need to fill out. So I moved him here, so I'm on slide 2, so I need to duplicate that slide 2. So I'm going to hit Control D to duplicate. Okay, now on slide 3, I'm going to move him again, moving in the same direction there. Okay, then I could click on my slide and say Control D and duplicate him again and move him again. Okay, and then you can kind of step back and see, like, am I doing a good job animating? Like, does that look fairly smooth? It's not bad, right? Okay, so that's the animation part, as far as how to go from slide to slide. You're also, though, going to be working with a spreadsheet that looks like this. Okay, so notice it says from slides 1 to 2. Well, let me back up. Up here, we need to describe what point we're going to follow. Because remember, I told you we're going to follow one point through this whole thing. Okay, so let me make a copy of this so I don't mess up the original. All right, so I said that I was going to follow the bottom of his left shoe. Okay, so I want to describe here. So I'm going to follow the bottom of left shoe. Hold on one second, guys. All right. Oh goodness. Hold on. We're having technical difficulties here. Okay. So I'm going to follow the bottom of his left shoe. So now from slides 1 to 2, I need to know, where did he start? Okay, so I'm going to go back here. I'm going to go back to slide 1. I'm going to need to zoom out so I can see. So his shoe was at 16-7 for me. Okay, so I'm going to go to my spreadsheet and I'm going to type in 16-7. Okay, and I'm going to put now where he ended. So that, see how it says slide 1 to slide 2? So I want to know, where did he end up in slide 2? So I'm going to go to slide 2. He was now at 15, -6. So I'm going to type in 15, -6. Now I've set this spreadsheet up so once you hit enter, it'll translate that right down here for you. Because then the next one is slide 2 to slide 3. All right, so I have to, for slide 1 to slide 2, what type of transformation was it? This is a drop-down menu. Okay, so it was a translation. Okay, so it went left 1 and up 1, right? So that tells me I need to do X -1 to go left and Y +1 to go up. All right, now, because it's a translation, I'm only going to fill in this category. If I would have picked reflection, then I'm going to go over here to reflection and choose what kind it was. If I were to choose a rotation, I have to go over here and choose what kind of rotation it is. Okay, if I have a dilation, then I need to put the dilation scale factor here. All right, so then, so I have, let me go back to my thing. So right now I have 4 slides done, right? So let's go 4 to 5, and I'm going to do like a reflection. All right, so let me do my duplicate. I'm going to reflect him this time. I'm going to reflect him right over this line of X = 13 so that his boot stays there, but his other shoe then flip-flops to the other side. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to go up to Format, and if you go Format Options, they have size and rotation. I can flip-flop it. Now, I am going to have to kind of remember where he was. He was at, oh gosh, I don't remember. See, I forgot already. He was at 13, -4. Okay, so here I need to take that boot and make sure it ends up at 13, -4. I'll get rid of this so it's a little bit bigger. Okay, so here I have made him reflect. Watch here. He's reflecting himself over that line, X = 13. Okay, so in my spreadsheet here, I would choose the reflection, and then, so it says if reflection, it was over a vertical line because that goes up and down. And that's all you have to put. So depending on what you answer here for type of transformation, that'll tell you which column you have to fill out here. All right, so no one said anything. Any questions? All right, so what I'd like you to do is stay online. I want you, you're probably going to want to pull up your spreadsheet as well. You're only mapping out the first 20 slides. Okay, after that, you don't have to necessarily make sure that you're on a grid line. You can be a little more free will as far as what you want to do. But the first 20, you're going to map out. Okay, so what I want you to do, I want you to stay online, and I want you to work on getting your first, like duplicate your first slide, make your movement, record it to your spreadsheet. Okay, so I want you to work on that. All right, go to it. Stay here though, but go ahead and start working.